Alrighty. What's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm a little bit tired, as I often am in the morning. So we have coffee. But yeah, today I'm not quite feeling playing, but I am feeling doing a little bit of VOD review. So I played some scrims last night against Deep Blues with a pickup. I think we lose mostly. I think like the games that I want to look at, we go 1-3. But I still think I do pretty good. And we are going to be looking at games where I play N-Zap 83, which, unless you've been looking at my Twitter lately, sounds really weird because first off, I always talk trash on 83 about how it's basically, it's got a sprinkler and it's got sprinkler Inkstorm. So it's like a worse version of Zinc somehow. Like it doesn't have a sub. Is really outclassed and all this stuff. But two things as of late have changed my mind. The first thing is that, let's get my chat up here just so I can talk to you guys. So the first thing is that I got bodied by an 83 using the kit specifically in a way that made me really want to kind of like revisit the entire idea that I didn't think the weapon was good. And then like the day after, when all of those top 10 leaderboards got published, first off, there was an N-Zap in every game's top 10. Every game. So there was, Tower Control, Rainmaker, Splat Zones. There was an 85 in all of them. And then in Clan Blitz, there was an 83. So basically what had happened with me getting destroyed by the one N-Zap 83 was I was playing K-Pro. I think it was Clan Blitz it was Clan Blitz on Reef, and it was during my placement, so I really have no idea what the power level of the lobby would have been like or anything like that. But basically what this guy was doing is he was using the N-Zap's ability to kind of paint forward in a mobile way that kind of keeps you safe in combination with the sprinkler, where even though I had more range than him, he was just painting and taking territory and painting up and throwing the sprinkler like to the side to the point where I'd have to like, do something to go shoot it, and then he would move up more, and I basically couldn't contest him, and like he put a lot of pressure on me. Like he basically used that kit to just dump as much paint on me as possible to the point where I couldn't really do anything about it. And it was really hard to deal with, especially if he had just a little bit of high ground. And those two things together made me want to start trying it. So I think I might have to move back a little bit just to get the kit that I used. So let's see here. Oop. What's this do? Alright, we gotta be quick. But she's really fast. There we go. Alright, cool. I got it. Hey, what's going on, Sunback? So here's the build that I've been using. Now in Rainmaker, I've been using a Main of Swim Speed instead of Ninja Squid, but I don't think there's any Rainmaker in this scrim. Or at least that we're going to be watching, because I have it up here on my phone, just the games where I played 83. And in those games, yeah, I don't think there's any Rainmaker. TC, Clams, TC zones, yeah. So no Clan Blitz, which ironically is Clan Blitz is the mode where the N-Zap got top 10. But yeah, so basically what's going on here is I'm using the N-Zap's recent buff. I've talked about it on a bunch of episodes where basically because the N-Zap paints its feet often, and I'll just let this play. Even though as I explained the build, it's gone. But no, it's basically 3 mains of run speed. Oh, there it is again. It's 3 mains of run speed and a main of ink resist. And basically what this allows is when you're shooting the N-Zap, you move really fast side to side, and the N-Zap paints your feet a lot, and you have ink resist when that doesn't happen. If you guys look at my Twitter, or just basically, just believe me that basically if you hold the trigger, if you hold down the fire trigger and you walk sideways with the N-Zap, it paints its feet so thoroughly that it's a solid line of paint. Very, very rarely is it ever unbroken. There's a little bit of RNG exactly how the blob is shaped, so like there's some like cases where it's like you can just have two that happen to kind of not, and it's still, they still connect, but it's not like a solid line. But basically it's to the point where, like, you know, if you're running around and abusing your run speed and stuff, enemy ink just doesn't slow you down. You're always fast, and it's really obnoxious for a lot of weapons to deal with. It's really good in one-on-ones. And with the case of the N-Zap, no bomb defense. I did update the build to add the sub quick super jump, because this is still me experimenting at this point. I added the quick super jump after this scrim. It's good, but yeah, not bomb. I don't think bomb defense is actually really that helpful right now, especially not. I mean, I don't even run bomb defense on 85, and that's one that has armor. Ink resist is what protects you from all the 99.9 damage combos right now. Anyway, like that's like the thing that you're preparing against, right? All right, so we're watching this. So basically, my goal is to paint as much as possible, to abuse the run speed stuff in combat. And this N-Zap lets me use Ninja Squid. Did I get Taylor here? I do. It was a little bit sketchy. The movement wasn't the best. I remember, I think I lived this here. I'm able to use the Ninja Squid to kind of get into an unexpected position. He doesn't see me somehow. I get Marsh as well. So now we're in like a 2-down situation. I know there's a Umbrella somewhere. I think something's getting called out. Now, we're in voice chat. Cassie's not in voice chat for this game. I think he gets in voice chat, but he's muted so he can still listen to us afterwards. And I think I get trashed here. No? Okay. As a reminder, we do lose, basically... We lose all these games except for the last one that we're going to watch. Unless we have a lot of... How the fuck do I have a PV this early? Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm just watching the scrims from yesterday. Oh, I don't get that splashdown kill. Very sad face. And one thing I liked about using this weapon is that... I think I said to you last night, Tiki, that basically I had like a pretty good KD and was doing pretty well, and I had the most paint in the lobby like by far every time. I mean, obviously it's a Zap with like Sprinkler and Inkstorm and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so I attempt to go after Astral. I know I was going to say, that's Dreas. I know that at some point at the beginning of this game I got bodied in a one-on-one in mid, and I couldn't remember when it was. So Soldier picks up that kill. I think another person jumps in. Maybe not get this kill. I just try to paint mid. The Sprinkler, there's a jump in here. I think I, like, decided too late to try to save him and he dies, yeah. So that was a little bit of my bad, not really doing the proper thing with that jump in. I mean, I guess, like, you know, the communication of that even happening in the first place is probably the issue, but yeah, I didn't really help out my teammate there. No, this is me. I think like it was called out that they had that person, so I tried the shark here so that I could deal with Taylor, which I do. Somebody helps me out as well. Dreas kills me again. You know, the ironic thing about this first game is this build is supposed to do the best against sloshers and stuff, and Dreas is the one that gives me the most problems. Right? Like, it's the matchup that I'm supposed to have a good matchup against is the one that I have the most trouble with. I think later in the scrim that changes. This is just the second game. The first game we won, it was Black Belly zones, and I played Carbon and kind of popped off. But so did Ice. Me and Ice both had a really good game. Ice and I. That reminds me, I have an English question. And I didn't ask it last night because it was literally fucking Tic Tac and Soldier in the voice chat with me. Hey, nice little double from me. And once again, Dreas fucking ends me, dude. That's all this scrim, not all this scrim, but that's all this game was, is me just getting a double kill and Dreas stopping it. So, what do I think of my decision making in this scrim so far? I think I'm a little bit passive. You know, as I say that, I try to get aggressive and get punished, but I think I can be painting forward a little bit too much. Like, as of now, I'm kind of like on plat, I'm kind of painting into mid, and my like pushes into mid aren't that solid. I think I get this kill, yeah. Nice help from my teammate there. I end up getting the kill. Another thing I noticed in these scrims is that I was Dreas just fucks me up. Another thing in the scrim, like, I get a lot of assists with the 83, but they aren't, like, I'm not playing the armor one, right? So these aren't a bunch of assists that are coming from, and this part, they just steamroll, they just start spawn killing us, we can't get out. I think this is where Cassie wasn't in voice chat, so like we couldn't communicate with him, and we do get him in voice chat afterwards. But yeah, at this point they just start to steamroll, and it's the end of the game, and it ends up kind of being it. I get my Ink Storm. I storm here because it's called out that people are there, and yeah, as I say, we finally start to clear them out, but it's a little bit too little, too late. I think Prodigy doesn't even die here, and I just start to try to paint, so we have something to work with. Probably should have just tried to paint mid because, like, right is going to get painted anyway, and it's not really going to be the point of contention. I think Prodigy gets me here. Yeah, there wasn't much I could do. I tried to throw my special and stuff to try to, like, at least put pressure on him, but nah. Yeah, that is like how this weapon works, right? Like you can paint so much that once you get all the enemy ink, you have that ninja squid to work with. Now the build that like the guy that beat me, like he didn't have the best build. He had like a mix of ink efficiency, and then I think he had a mix of like swim speed and special charge. I'm not going with the special charge. All right, let's see what the next game's gonna be. It might be a little bit harder to navigate because this is a recording. It's not YouTube. So I don't play 83 again for a little bit. Oh, here it is. Inkblood Art Academy Clamblitz. Oh, I remember this one. This one went really well, and they just had one push that just scored a shitload of clams, and it just ended us. But yeah, no, that's why I like the Ninja Squid on this thing, because you paint so freaking much that people just get overwhelmed. And like the sprinkler actually works for that, because you throw the sprinkler and you start painting, and it's like, if they don't deal with the sprinkler, it's just this impending doom. Even in Rainmaker, when I don't use Ninja Squid, it's pretty easy to capitalize on people who are getting overwhelmed. Well, I think I show off the ability for N-Zap to just kind of shit on Inkbrush a couple times in this game, because an Inkbrush that's trying to like flick more than once cannot deal with an N-Zap just backing up. Right, so here I just get an early Storm. Try to push forward here. Do I get Dreas? Yes, I do. Push up on Plat. And I get fucked up by the hammer. Missiles are coming down. I think my teammates do deal with this, but it's just a little bit delayed because it's special. Like the baller, they can't kill him right away. And yeah, there's one kill. The second kill? Alright, cool. So they get prod at a baller there. Oh, they are going double baller. I forgot about that. Here we start pushing up to the left. It's also by chance that it was Inkblot twice. They weren't getting rid of the map off the random select, I think, or maybe they were picking maps for a reason. I don't know. But yes, the goal with this is also to be much more aggressive, because what inspired me and what I've seen from the, I mean, I can't really surmise that much from the Japanese Kleinblitz guy, because I tried really hard to find out who this guy is. We can't find a Twitter. Sendao and Kiver can't find him. His name is the name of some movie in Japan, so trying to Google it, it just brings up the movie. So it's been really difficult for me. So I think we get a decent push started here. There's a brush. Try to pop this to kill the brush. Yeah, and I just backpedal here. That wasn't really actually that convincing. Oh, I think Dreas gets me here. Yeah, that was my bad. I should have had a little bit better movement. But I can tell you right now that the Prodigy wasn't getting to me. Like, once we got into that situation where he was at max range and I was holding the trigger and backwards, unless there was serious lag going on, he was not getting any damage in on me. Nice kill here. There's a fight with Taylor. Fights with Taylor are like my... Do I not? What happens here? Did I cut him off? What happens with Taylor? Oh god, my frame rate. The frame rate on this recording went really bad. Apparently and I don't kill each other. I was gonna say that, like, one-on-ones with Taylor is like my like, has been my baseline for how well I'm doing in Splat since, like, mid-2017. Like in Strange Approach, when we scrimmed with Deep Blues, like, literally every day that both of our teams were on, which was really often. Taylor and Dreas like became the standard by which like I would like kind of tell if I was playing well. All right, now at this point everyone's dead. I forget what I do here. Try to go for the pick. I can't get it. I'm forced to jump back. I kill Prodigy in mid, or I kill someone else in mid. That confused me. I thought I got Prodigy, and then he comes up, and yeah, at this point they just start throwing in clams, and we lose. So there's a lot of back and forth in this one, and then this push just ends up being really wild. I don't think I played that last part particularly poorly. That was a nice fall-off damage kill, by the way. I don't think I played that last part particularly poorly. I just kind of, they just kind of beat us. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The fact that, I think the next game I play, no, the next game I play Carbon, and the game after that I play Zap, so let's skip a game. Let's see if I get this kill real quick. Good. Good, I got the kill. Alright, a game of Rainmaker in three moments. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to Zap here. And then it's 2 games back to back where I play Zap, so you can just watch. Dude, the Carbon games last night were fun. The Carbon games were super fun. Oh, the N-Zap movement in one-on-ones is a huge benefit. Like the movement and how well it just cuts through enemy ink and stuff, like your ability to abuse that in one-on-ones is super useful. And like it's why I think N-Zap, like I started using N-Zap again because I was like, wait a second, like this thing has the movement to deal with stuff that's longer. It's a close range weapon that has the movement to deal with longer range weapons. It has a shitload of paint, which is needed right now. It has a really good kit, and this is me talking about 85, by the way. And like it wins one-on-ones with all the people that choose to go close range weapons too. So it's a really good aggressive support weapon that has the tools to deal with the meta. Like the 85's problem was that like it has a hard time like influencing it has a problem influencing the game outside of its like sphere of painting. But I kind of realized that like you can just push that forward at people in a semi-safe way and have it be fine. And the fact that there's a Zap in every top 10 for the month that just finished like kind of reinforces that like Japan's starting to use it too. And the 83 is just an extension of that. It's like, okay, well, like let's pick a weapon that like it's basically like a Zinc. It's like a more aggressive, more well-rounded and useful Zinc. Like once I realized that the Sprinkler is actually a good tool for use like in combat and other things, I started to like have faith with it. Like basically after being shown, I forget what happens here. Now obviously we lose this one. I forget exactly what happens. Got the Dreas, I get him. A little bit tricky. Like Ninja Squid combined with run speed. I get another kill here. Then I use the run speed, or Ninja Squid again. I don't really use Ninja Squid again. Get Taylor, so there's 3. The 4th one gets me, and his respawn, so people respawn. So that was like a delayed triple. You see that Ninja Squid, and the fact that when you pop out of ink, you're really mobile. It's really hard to track. Like that's why I like Ninja Squid on Ballpoint, because it's basically the same exact thing, where your movement is like kind of crazy. And you're coming out of Ninja Squid, so it's not like not necessarily that you're sharking around and stuff. I think he gets me. Yeah, we trade. It's not necessarily about sharking. It's about just like from moment to moment, like when in a one-on-one, it's like you disappear for a second and then you pop out really mobile somewhere else. And like I know that I get a lot of I get some flack for how much I use Ninja Squid and how I use it on weapons that like typically wouldn't want it. But if you have good movement in a one-on-one, and you combine it with Ninja Squid, it makes you so much harder to track. Like, it really fucks with your opponent's perception of exactly what you're doing. It really just makes your movement better. And, like, I don't know why I didn't go for that splashdown kill. Dude, my ability to kill splashdowns in the scrim is bad. But yeah, like, the Ninja Squid's there to make your movement more effective in combat, and not necessarily to, like, shark around and stuff. Like, the opportunities where you can shark around, are kind of like an added bonus in my opinion. Like, I'm not using Ninja Squid for that. I think I get killed here. Like, I can't get away. Yeah, I didn't realize that Dreas got up on the plat. Like, I thought he was underneath, so, like, I was safe for a second. So I was gonna, like, watch left and make sure he didn't push. But I guess he had gotten up on the box already and stuff. And I kind of forgot about the fact that you can get up on the box. But, yeah, that was my bet here. So now the zone is in danger. I'm gonna throw my storm as well. So we got 2 storms on the zone. So we take the zone. So we're gonna extend this game a little bit. I don't kill Prodigy there. Cassie cleans it up. It's a 2v3. We're thinking about jumping in. I decide to go for the more conservative play of not jumping because we're down in numbers and we've been kind of losing to these guys the last, like, I think 3 games at this point. We haven't won a game, so the confidence level in me, like, landing and getting a bunch of fucking kills or whatever is a little bit low. I get the nice pick on Marsh there. That is thanks to Ninja Squid, most definitely. Right now I'm just hiding until teammates show up. I get the pick on Taylor. There's a blob near me. I'm trying to die to the blob. I died to the machine instead. It's 2v2. My teammates try to pick that off. Ice got some clutch picks this scrim. We played this map more than once, so I can't... Like, I know at one point, like, he popped off on this map. But maybe that might have been when we won on this map. I don't know. It might have been a different game. But Ice was definitely popping off, and I picked kind of a bad spot to Shark. I get taken out by the... I scream at Soldier that there's someone near him, and Cassie backs him up. And at this point, I think what ends up happening here is we go for our last push, and it's one of those times where, like, we just don't paint the zone, even though it looks painted, kind of thing. I think, like this first Inkstorm goes up. I'm sharking over here. Inkstorm on zone. I get a kill in zone. I start painting. They have an Inkstorm. And, yeah, it just doesn't paint. So that is that game. So we're going to watch one last game with 83, and then I'm going to see what time it is to see if maybe we can watch something else. Maybe a carbon bonus game. Maybe we can watch me play in 85. I'm not really too interested in the other games. I know what I'm doing with those other weapons more. Now, I will say that in my escapades in using this weapon with solo, when I'm not fighting a really good team like Deep Blues, I have had a much easier time just, like, moving up and using the sprinkler and just kind of, like, imposing myself on people. I've also been thinking about adding some ink efficiency to the build just so that I can throw sprinklers more willy-nilly. Because the guy that I was fighting was doing that. I'm like, I might put last-ditch effort on, you know, and if I put last-ditch effort on, everybody thinks last-ditch effort is really good right now, so, like, you know, everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, dude, it's a good build because you have last-ditch effort. So everyone will look over the fact that I'm using 83. But that is an option. That's definitely an option, because I can just get rid of Ninja Squid or Stealth Jump and replace it with last-ditch effort and, you know, basically go for that one main of all the ink efficiencies. Because I can't really, like, spam the sprinkler the way that one guy was. But in practice, I have been able to, like, basically do it for the same purpose, use it for the same purpose. I just can't, like spam it forever like he was. So I don't know. I might look into some of that. Maybe a last-ditch effort, sub-saver, then 3 mains, so run speed and a main ink resist. That could be a version of it. I mean, I am still playing in the support slot. I'm just an aggressive support. Oh, I also just realized what you meant by the one-handed plays. All right, so we win this one. If I could recall correctly, I kind of pop off. I think someone else pops off too. I remember after this game, I was like, man, I played well. And then someone else was like, I played really bad. I think Ice had a bad game. But, which is ironic because we're in tower control and they don't have a Stingray and we have Ice. But I think Ice, like, has a bad game, but me and someone else do well. I just realized now that I ignored someone. But I get the pick on Marsh. I use the Ninja Squid. I think I get aggressive here. I don't know if I get a kill. I back up. Using the sprinkler. I think there's someone up here. I think I give up on the kill. I just use my Ninja Squid to get out of there. I put a sprinkler down. Also, putting a sprinkler down, like, combined with Ninja Squid, it's so easy to get away from people. Ooh. Marsh, are you going to get away from me? No, you know you're not. Alright, cool. So now, alright, we are starting to push. I have myself an Inkstorm. We have some paint control. I'm going to use it now because they say someone's sharking, so I try to just get the Inkstorm out here ahead of time. Taylor bodies me because he's better than me, and that kind of sucks because that's gonna put an end to what would have been basically a really good push because we had a wipe, I think, in the Taylor respawn. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? We are looking at we're doing a scrim analysis of 83. Oh, yeah, and I walk right to that splashdown. That was a great splashdown, but like that special coordination was awesome, man. Like they put the missiles, they forced us left, and then there was a sharking splashdown that just ended us. And once again, we see in this scrim that I did not shoot that single fucking splashdown. I don't think that I'm going to in this last game either, and I think if we watch a bonus game, there won't be a splashdown to shoot down, so there's that. There was a call out about getting on the tower or not, and so at this point, I try to go for the shark. I put the sprinkler down, swim up on Prodigy. Good use of Ninja Squid. I think I get killed here. No, Taylor eats shit. And then I go for the semi-flank where I climb this wall. I didn't do the fast way where I paint it as I'm jumping down, but I think I get some kills here anyway. So Prodigy gets taken out. I use my 1 speed on the grates to kill Taylor here, and then I get another kill. So yeah, we're all kinds of popping off right now. We're all kinds of pushing the tower. I'm trying to just build Inkstorm and back up because I don't want to like roll the dice too many times. But once again, Dreas fucking ends me. I kill everybody, and then I lose. I get killed by the person I'm supposed to have a good matchup against because Dreas is just really good. So the push is still going. I take the safer jump because someone calls out that they think the push is dying or something along that lines. Now I just start to try to start painting. I try to get my Inkstorm to kind of like hold mid during whatever happens after this. Now I see the missiles go off, so I know that someone knows I'm here, so I'm just going to change locations. I'm going to throw up a sprinkler. I think I Inkstorm here because I just want to hold mid. There was a call to like, okay, just hold mid, so like, okay, cool, I'm just going to use my Inkstorm. And look, I am holding off an entire team. Like, obviously, they're not trying that hard to push on me, but with that sprinkler, that Inkstorm, and the N-Zap painting, it's like, I just completely shut down the middle of the map. Like, if they had tried to push into that, they would have been in bad shape, and I fall off the map. There we go. I called off. It's guys, I'm bad. But yeah, I mean, that wasn't the best example because they weren't really trying to do the most out of it, and there was some more teammates there, but, dude, when you sprinkler an Inkstorm and start painting, like, no one can really approach you at all. And I think, intuitively, I suspect that the reason... Okay. I think I die here. No, he gets away. I think I just storm again. Yep. I don't want any respawners to give me any trouble. I don't have no idea where he went. Is he behind me? Am I being retarded? I guess not. Well, I back up anyway. I suspect that the reason that the 83 got top 10 in clams is for the same reason that I think Neosplash is good in clams, where you basically just spam your special over and over again just to hold mid, so that it's easier for your team to just have mid control and collect clams, and then you use a better pushing special for the push. Like, that's how I play Neosplash in clams. I literally just get bomb rush as many times as possible. Alright, so now we're at a point where they're going to start pushing. As soon as I see someone here, I back up. I'm almost at Storm. The point is for me to pressure anyone who tries to go to bunker. I think a teammate dies here. There's a lot of pressure, so I throw the Inkstorm. I start to push up here. I kill the missile user. I don't! Taylor gets me. I remember being bad there. Yeah, exactly. Properly held turf control is impressive. But for clams in particular, I think it's really good to... Alright, so right here, Ice calls out Stingray. I hide over here, I wait for the Stingray, and then I jump on tower and hold the trigger. Bam. Nice way to clean up the game. So now... we can watch some more. There's a Humpback games. The Humpback games we won, I don't think that they were particularly interesting. You know what, it's easier to find. Let's see. Yeah, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. So let's just go to the very beginning and watch the Black Belly game. I know for a fact that there were a bunch of times in this game where I didn't know what to do and I just kind of like sat in mid. But I don't have to take time scrolling to find it. So we're going to watch a bonus Carbon game. What is this? Swim speed, Ninja Squid, bomb range, main power, stealth jump. is what I'm wearing. So my Neo Splash build with Subsaver replaced with main power, and then a main of bomb range replaced with more swim speed. Carbon doesn't need the 2 mains of bomb range like Neo Splash does. Alright, nice pick on Taylor. I just move over here afterwards just to avoid any kind of chip damage. And we get another pick, so I move up here to Shark. So what do I do with this? I think that I get pushed back by some well-placed bombs. I don't know if I die or not, but I definitely get pushed back. Yeah, I get picked off by, again, Dreas. Yeah, so that wasn't the best sharking. Throwing the Inkstorm a little bit too far when holding mid. Yeah, you thinking forward about where exactly I want that Inkstorm to be holding afterwards, because it's going to move forward, right? So if you put it somewhere else, if you put it a little bit further back, it'll spend more of its time protecting me specifically. Whereas like if someone waits a second and then swims forward, the Inkstorm won't be in position. So here's one of those times where I'm just sitting mid and I don't know exactly what to do. I'm like, let me just try to get bomb rush. Oh, and then Cassie shields that bomb. I clipped that too. I gotta send that to him. Yeah, there we go. There's the clip. The first thing, as soon as this game ends, the first thing Cassie does is like, I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so now we're trying to push out of her base. I get bomb rush. I am trying to get into a position where I can protect Ice, which I do, which is actually, Ice just got that kill. This is one of the games where Ice just had a good fucking game, too. Using Ninja Squid. Unfortunately, those were missiles. If that was any other weapon, I would have just ran up and gotten the kill, but I think I do it anyway here. Nope. The one gets the kill. The one was playing with us instead of Carl for this first game as well. So I am up in the business with the Ninja Squid right now, waiting for an opportunity. There's one. There's two. There's three. Alright, cool. There we go. Now let's fucking get zone. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Just carbon things. I think in the second game was Black Belly Rainmaker, and we lost it. But, like, I had a bunch of kills where I just swam up to the Brella and just fucking, just, like, killed someone. And I think I die here. Yeah, Carbon Roller not getting the kill. What else is new? Dude, I don't understand how, like, the Carbons, like, that don't wear any fucking main power and they're just underneath the ledge and they just fucking kill you with one shot from mid far away. Like, it makes no sense, because whenever I hit someone with a vertical flick that isn't point blank, they just never die. That being said, this weapon is super duper duper fucking fun, and I should play it more often. I just literally only play it on Black Belly. Let's see. Here's some impressive bomb rushing. Missiles force us back, though. Good stuff. I think there's a call out to right, or I'm thinking of the Black Belly of the Rainmaker game. My attempt at painting zone. Yeah, holding forward. Alrighty, so now we are back in business up top. And this is, again, one of those times where it's like, I don't shark, I just kind of go top mid. Now, with Neo Splash, it's a little bit of a better thing, because you can paint more from top mid, and I have all the ink efficiency and more bomb range, so it's like, I can be up top with bombs and kind of like chip people away and then make a decision after that. With Carbon, I feel like I need to be a little bit more forward. Here is such a case. I just trade with Taylor, unfortunately. I think he was, I think I just walked into his bullets at that point. Let's pour the not hot coffee into the hot coffee. There's a one to pick. Oh, I don't get the kill on Martian. Prodigy gets his kind of guaranteed kill. That's the problem, dude. I'm wearing a pure damage up, and that shit still happens. Although that could have just been a burst bomb not connecting. No, that looked. The guy wasn't moving that much. I don't think that was a burst bomb not working properly. I get the pick there. Andreas. Another pick on Taylor. And that is the game. So there's a little bonus carbon game for those of you who wanted to see me lose less and wanted to see something a little bit more aggressive than the 83. But no, I think the 83 is looking really sharp. Oh, like holding forward to make the thing go further forward. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yes, that is gonna be it. I will bring up the build that I'm currently using really quick as a quick reference to end it on. Come on, game. Turn on. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. And also, what do we got going on? Yeah, so this is the version of it now. So I have the one, because 1 main 5 subs is a really, really good number for N-Zap, because if you go over 1 main 5 subs, the amount of run speed you get from additional subs is like nothing. Once you're at this amount, like between this and 3 mains, really, so like the next sub, you do sort of get something out of it, but it's not that big a deal. After that, the first 3 mains that you run, it takes 3 more mains to get a third of what you had already. So if you're wearing 3 mains, if you put 6 mains on, you're only getting 1 more main of run speed out of it, so it's not really worth it. Neosplash, Neosplash's issue is that bomb rush, you have to like stand still too long for the special to work. Now, my solution to that is to use max range bomb rush and to do it in such a way where everything blows up at the same time. So let's just real quick, just put on a standard. This is probably the most standard Neosplash build I can think of. So 2 things. So the first off, let's get bomb rush real quick here. So first off, people bomb rush like this, and it's bad because you get rushed. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hold down the trigger and get these max range bombs. Now, I can real quick show you the way that I usually bomb rush. So there's a trick. If you hold down the trigger, you don't need to like constantly like hold down the button, let go, hold down the button, let go. Like when you bomb rush, if all you do, like I'm gonna click the bomb rush button and I'm gonna hold down the right bumper and I'm not gonna do anything else. So just holding it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you get 7 bombs that go almost E-liter range. That's safe, right? You can paint zone with that. Swimming while bomb rushing, you still... If you try to do that in zone, you're just going to die. To be honest, like the max range bomb rushing is much more consistent. Now, this will be a little bit harder to show right away, but instead of holding down the trigger the entire time for 7, if you hold it down for 6 and then mash out 2 of them, you get 8 total bombs. Now, you can't. The easiest way to do it is to just hold down, count to 6, and then mash out the last 2. But you can do like, 3 long range bombs, 1 short range bomb, 3 long range bomb, 1 short range bomb. So you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is that is a more optimal version of that. And then that's how most of my bomb rushes go. Except I'll usually do 1, 2, 3 short, 1, 2, 3 short. For that, you do actually have to have better timing. For the other version, you can just hold down the trigger and then mash the last 2. But it's really not that hard once you get used to it. And then something else that you can do is this: 1, 2, 3, 4. And that one landed up there. And you can do this twice and then mash out, I think, 1 or 2 more bombs, just to show that. Again, what you're doing is you're trying to make all the bombs blow up at the same time. So if they don't have like a splashdown or something that can delete the bombs, you can make all your bombs blow up on zone at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically, if you do that on zone and you do it perfectly, basically zone just gets insta-capped. And you can do that more than once. I meant to show it twice. The only problem with that is you do need to be a little bit closer to zone to do it. But if there's a map where you have height advantage, or you know that you're safe, or if you have teammates pushing up, 1, 2, mash, mash, 1, 2, mash, mash, mash. Yeah. And that I hit up there again, but that's a really good way to insta-cap zone with Neo Splash. Yeah, on some maps there are places where you can mash out the faster bombs, but in practice, you usually don't have the situation handed to you like that. And if you do, it doesn't really matter if you have bomb rush or not. Like if you can just do whatever you feel like to get zone, it kind of doesn't matter that much. There are some maps where you do have the height advantage, even when under pressure, to safely mash out the bombs. But for the most part, with Neo Splash, you're going to want to use the long range bomb rush. It's just 9 times out of 10, it's just better. And you can do the same thing that Booyah Bombers do, where they Booyah Bomb their side of zone, so that either people are forced to back up too much or they're forced to move forward into your teammates. So what you typically do is you use your max range bomb rush on the enemy side of zone to either push them into your side of zone so your teammates can have a bit easier time fighting them, or to have them back up and just let your team take zone. That's typically what plays out. It's just, compared to other specials, Bomb Rush forces you to stand still for too long, which, like, is no bueno. So you just have to find ways to make it safer or more effective. So you're basically, most of the time with your Bomb Rush, it's like, okay, do I need to make this safer by backing up, or do I need to make this more effective by throwing the bombs in such a way that they all blow up at the same time? And those two techniques that I just showed are basically it. So you either hold down the trigger for 6 and mash 2, or you can do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That works too. Basically any combination of 2 fast, 6 slow. Or you do the other thing that I did, where it's you do slow, slow, fast, fast, and you do it in an angle where you start like, top corner, sort of middle, bottom corner. And the top 2 are held down, the last 2 are mashed. And that's just, it's different for different maps. Because, the level's different and the size of zone is different and stuff like that. But to just show it one more time. Come on. There you go. You're basically just, you're trying to make 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it. If that one wasn't up there, you'd make all the bombs blow up at the same time. And that's generally what you'll find yourself getting use out of, from what I've seen playing this weapon for, I don't know, like 8 months. I've been using it primarily. Well, not as of late, because I'm back into competitive, so I'm not really using it every game. But I still do use it, and I still think that it's pretty good. But yeah, that's generally how Bomb Rush gets used. Seeing Japanese use it for midline ink blot. Yeah, no, Japan still uses the weapon, definitely. But what's going on, Noctis? Yeah, so it's past 8. I gotta go, because I gotta get to work. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna put this one up on YouTube. But yeah, no, Neo Splash is awesome. I think the N-Zap 83 is coming along really well. I think I'm a little bit ahead of the curve with the N-Zap stuff right now. So I'm definitely gonna keep pursuing it, because it's been working out nicely, man. It's been working out really nice. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We'll throw up a host. And yeah, guys, take it easy. I'll be streaming this weekend.